Hi, survivors. This is Peaceful Journey 405. Today, I wanted to tell you how I found out that I had cancer. And I'm going to break it up in parts because it's a story or a journey, as we call it. Uh, well, like I said, I'm a CDL driver, and I drive the semis. And, well, it gets a little nasty, but I'm just letting you know. I couldn't hold uh, uh, my bowels. I go to the bathroom, delete everything, and then I come. As soon as I step out, I couldn't hold my bowels. And like I said, I'm a CDL driver, a truck driver, in a local, but I'm a truck driver, and I drive the semis. And you can't just stop when you want to. No, you're on a strict schedule, and you got to be there at a certain time, and so that's when I first realized something's wrong. As soon as that started happening, I went to the doctor, made the doctor appointment, called him and called her, and she gave me some stuff. It didn't really work, and then she sent me to get some blood work from this one doctor. I went there, and the doctor said, "I'm not touching you. There's something else wrong besides what you think is wrong. It's something else, deeper." So he did the blood work, and I went to work. It was early in the day, and I got the call from his nurse saying I need to stop what I'm doing and go to the emergency room. I said, well, I got 2 more hours on my job, so I'll do that as soon as I get off. She said, no, stop what you're doing and go to the emergency room. They're going to be expecting you. I'm like, okay. So that's what I did. I stopped what I was doing, went to the emergency room, and when I went to the emergency room, they put me right in, gave me a room. The emergency room was full, but they put me right in. That was my first hint that something was wrong. And then, as I went back there, they did blood work, they did this, they did that, scanned me, did all kinds of stuff. And they came back and told me, is your mother still living? I said, yes, my mother's still living. Why? They're like, you may want to call your mother or whoever you're close with. You may want to call them. I said, well, you let me know what's wrong, and then I'll determine if I need to call my mom, because I'm not going to call her. My mother's, she was, at that time, she was like 80, I don't know, maybe 82 or something like that. And, and I said, I can't just go worry my mother, no. So I called my mother. They told me what was wrong. I didn't believe them. I told them, go check it again before I call my mother, because I don't want to call my mother on no mess. So they checked it again. They said, they probably didn't, but I don't know. But they was definite on what the diagnosis was. And so I called my mother, told her everything's okay. Just come to the hospital. Everything's okay. Because I didn't want to get her upset and stuff. So she came to the hospital, and then they told us again what they told me before, and they told me you have two problems. And cancer wasn't my main problem. That was not my main problem. I had another problem before cancer. That scared me right there. Before cancer, I had another problem. So that required surgery, and I had called my son, and my son is one of my best friend's son, and she passed away. I'm standing in the gap. He's a grown man, and I can talk to him about anything. So I called him, and I told him about the first surgery that I having. He said, that's nothing. I know a girl had that surgery, and she's back to work. She's fine. You'll be fine, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. I said, okay. And then one of my uncle's baby mamas, she had the same surgery. And she called me, and she's back to work. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. I said, okay. So I knew I was going to be fine, but honestly, I knew it before. I knew that I would be fine before. So they had that surgery. It took them a while, but they had that surgery. And before I had the surgery, my doctor told me, he said, now, Let me be honest with you. After the surgery, you're going to feel like you was hit by a Mack truck, a semi truck. Again, I drive semi trucks. I know what a semi truck would do at 5 miles an hour. It can take out houses, a whole block of houses at 5 miles an hour. So he's telling me I'm going to feel like I'm going to get hit by a semi. So my first question was, are you going to give me some good drugs where I won't feel it? I need some good drugs. I know everybody thinks that I'm strong and tough, but I want some good drugs. He said, you're going to be sedated very well. You're going to make it through it. You're going to be just fine. You know, what I didn't tell you, before my doctor came into my room, I was praying. I was in the spirit. I was praying. I was talking to the Lord. I was praying. You know, like he said, he'll never leave you nor forsake you. And he's with you always until the end of time. You know, and he tells me, don't be anxious for nothing. Be anxious for nothing. He tells us that. And then, you know, my little smart butt, I said, Lord, be anxious for nothing, but in all things through prayer and supplication with thanksgiving. But I don't need to be anxious, Lord. He's like, be anxious for nothing. So I stood on that, you know, and you better find something to stand on. But like I said, I was in prayer when the doctor came. So I'm already in prayer. And then he told me, you know, what he told me. And I said, I touch and agree. I touch and agree. I touch and agree with you, you know, that I was going to be fine. I touch and agree. You know, I'm thinking we had, you know, like I said, I was in the middle of prayer. He was not in prayer. He just came in and I just continued with my prayer. And then when he told me that I was going to be fine, I touched and agreed. So that was rest. I was already at rest. I'm going to be fine is what I came up with, period. I'm going to be fine. So I was more than happy with that. I'm going to be fine. I can get through this. I'm going to be fine. He's going to give me some drugs. I'm going to get hit by a Mack truck, but I'm going to be fine. So I'm going to end it right here. And this is only part 1. I don't know how many parts it is, but I just want to tell you my story. And, you know, please like and subscribe and be blessed. Have a wonderful day. Praise God.